Drilling holes in the adventure case fixed a lot of the audio issues. That plasticky sound was gone, the loud pops are gone for the most part. That's still not perfect, but we'll get to that later. Unsurprisingly, the wind noise was still just as bad. I previously pointed out the microphone locations on Rylo. They're in an awful area to place dead cats over. They are very close to Rylo's extremely wide-angle lenses, making it very difficult to avoid seeing the dead cats during filming. I was going to order some from Amazon, but they were not available for Prime shipping, so I wouldn't have received them until mid-March. I didn't want to wait that long, so I asked my wife what she had in mind. She is very crafty. She practically lives in Michael's and has her own side business called Christine's Creations. We went to Joann Fabrics to see what we could use. I ended up buying this monkey fur looking stuff and some felt. I then asked her to do all the cutting and gluing since I knew I'd screw it up.
Tell me how you want me to cut this. Just make it nice and neat. That'll be $8.
I'm just not good at that stuff. She cut and taped the fur over the microphones, and we took the Rylo out to the wind tunnel test. Okay, it's more like a redneck wind tunnel test, but it was the best I could do. We still heard wind noise, but there was no way that I could allow the fur to be any longer, or it would just be visible on the screen. So we used felt pieces and placed them inside the case to help keep more wind off the microphone. After another test, we decided that was probably the best we could do. It was then time to glue everything in place. This is where things go somewhat wrong. My wife used some craft glue that she had, but it would not stick to the case. We felt like we were out of options, so we tried superglue. That was probably a mistake. We were up late doing this, and everything looked fine, so we just called it a night. I woke up in the morning and checked the case. It was cloudy near some of the areas we glued. This isn't a big deal, but I noticed the cloud had crept towards the lens domes, and it actually got a little bit on the domes themselves. I thought that was it for the case. I then checked my email and saw a commenter saying, "Do not use superglue." Whoops. I'm assuming he had the same issue or was just smarter than us. My wife felt awful, but I wasn't ready to admit defeat. I took it out on the trail and filmed an entire ride. I figured if anything I could just test the wind noise and then I may have to buy another case and try this all over again. When I reviewed the footage from my ride, I couldn't really see the clouds on the lenses. I still might buy another one when I've got some extra cash to try this again though. I intended for this video to be more of a how-to video, but after seeing how the glue damaged the case, I can't recommend following my lead. If you do this, I would strongly suggest buying the Dead Cat Kit from Amazon. I'll link to it below. I can't recommend any glue that would work, personally. Now to the results of the windproofing. I wish I could tell you there was no wind noise, but there still is. It's definitely much better, but I can still hear the wind when I'm going fast. It's probably as good as it's going to get though. I'm fine with the results. The other issue is the loud pops still made an appearance. They weren't nearly as bad as they were before the mod though. Full-Face Josh suggested putting some craft foam in the case to help hold the camera in place. I might give that a shot now too. Overall, I think this was successful. It was a lot of risk for a decent reward. I can now ride in the summer and sweat all over the camera without having to worry much about it. I'll just have to remember to clean it frequently. Let me know in the comments if you're going to try this. If you do try it, let me know how it goes. Thanks for watching, and go ahead and subscribe if you want more Rylo videos. I'm going to keep working with the camera and see what else I can do with it. I can't wait for summer so I can ride my jet ski with it, do some other water sports, just anything and everything I can. Maybe camp with it, do some time-lapse videos. It should be a good time.